I
Yes.
appreciate it. Number one, first of all, you can go on. Thank you for the 30 years of great entertainment and sports fun. You're excellent.
Thank you.
I, myself, I'm 54. I have kids the same age as you. And my kids, I get them sports. I say, listen to Mike. And my son listens to you. He loves you.
Well, thank you.
I'm a transplant. I live in California, so I know the traffic out here is horrible. That's why we live by the beach, Mike. I saw an article, and I read it today, about the Borgata in Atlantic City is installing kiosks from William Hill, the sports gambling book. And I'm wondering, is that going through?
Oh, they think they're winning the appeal, huh? I mean, I know Christie has said he thinks he's going to win the appeal. I don't know that. I didn't know that that's the case. I mean, that's going to the Supreme Court, that case.
Well, no, I read the article. They're putting in kiosks already. They're building in the
right now they can't use them, but the question is, that case is going to be heard by the Supreme Court. So they think they're going to get a victory in the Supreme Court on this case. So now is the idea that the leagues, especially the major leagues, went after the NFL, went after the state of New Jersey this way? Yes, what they did is the reason why is they want this done. They know it's coming. They all know it's coming. Now, Goodell tries to be more holier than thou with it, which is a joke. He doesn't mind if he takes a guy like a Malu and discredits him as a learned doctor who was trying to save lives and makes him a quack. That's okay that he did that, but don't bring up gambling. Oh my God! So here's a guy who doesn't mind that his players, their heads blow up, but as long as the gambling isn't going to affect his game. So, but what he wants is what they all want. They want a piece of the pie. They don't want this to happen without them being involved. This is going to happen because the states. Here's why it's going to happen. I've told you this for years. Because in the internet age, all the bookmakers in America have moved all their accounts online to these Costa Rica and all these different places where it's legal. They have betting services on the internet. They also have no paper trail now, so they don't keep any records. The records are kept online, and they can disavow any knowledge of it and it's not illegal because they say, oh, it's not real money or whatever they use to get around it. But that's what has happened is the government now sees that the number that they thought was illegally bet is actually 10 times more. So they're like, wait a second, we got to get into this incredible house of gold and take our piece. It's going to help us fund our union debts. It's going to help us deal with our, all our different things that we have to deal with, or the money we owe pensions and everything else. One problem with the pot of gold theory, it will never replace illegal gambling. They will have there will be national sports wagering within 5 years. But it will never, and maybe even sooner if the Jersey ever wins this case, as you just alluded, you think they might, or the casino thinks they might. They will never, ever replace illegal gambling. As a matter of fact, illegal gambling will get bigger. Why, you ask? One very simple reason. The government, the state, the city cannot give credit. And all gambling is done because you just pick up and you think you're going to win and you wager. And they take the wager, you owe the money. The state government can't come chase you down. They can't send Rocco to your house if you owe money. They can't give you the threat of you'll pay or else. The government has to have you put in a credit card or put in cash before you wager, like in Vegas. And people say, I can't believe I have to pay the whole bet before I bet. I hate this in Vegas. Well, welcome to the real world. You have to put the wager through, and you win, fine, but you've already put the money through if you lose. That's the real world of gambling as we know it, where the money will be run by the state. The illegal gambling will get bigger, because people will learn about gambling who haven't in the past, and they'll say, wait a second, I can just pick up the phone and call Bobo, and I can just make a bet. And I'm going to win anyway, so I just pick up the money and you have to put your money out. No one knows I bet. Blah, blah, blah. You know, that's why you can't destroy or even siphon the illegal gambling. Now, will it affect calls? Will it affect people thinking the games are rigged? Listen, people call now when an official makes a call and say, oh, come on, this guy's taking. You hear that now. You'll hear it 10 times more. 10 times more. Absolutely will hear it more. There's no way around that. You will hear it all the time. That will be the price they pay, but they will get their cut. And the cut will be substantial, but it will never do anything except make illegal gambling bigger, because illegal gambling gives credit. Back after this.